Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a saving a disaster battle playing Medieval 2 as Egypt, going up against the Kingdom of Jerusalem. They've got two armies, both of their generals are really good. Going up against Orlando Bloom over here from Kingdom of Heaven, who played the character Belaine of Ibelin. So, 10-star general, loads of chivalry. Basically, these units are going to be unbreakable. Now, Islamic cavalry are quite good, but they're not particularly heavy. They're not really great at like causing huge morale shocks. Their job is really to get in and like harass the enemy. So we can't just charge in here and expect to win, especially with only a 3-star general. Our guys are likely break and theirs will not. So I'm just going to back off for a moment here because we are actually the attacker. And I think there's a couple of things that we could do to adjust this to make it a bit better for us. So his army can firstly be reorganized just a bit. If I just press M, it just merges all of the applicable units. And this unit of desert cavalry here, I'm going to disband it so that I've got room for another unit in the army and hire a mercenary unit of Turkomans. What we really need here are longer ranged missile cavalry, not so much desert cavalry. Desert cavalry are good for dishing out damage to general's bodyguard at close range, but when there's a lot of units on the battlefield like this, I much prefer to have a longer range, and they've also got more ammunition as opposed to these ones here, much quicker at killing. Then another thing I want to do is, he's got all these sieges going on. I don't know what he's doing with that, but whatever. Just grab one unit of Ghazis and bring them in over here. The reason for this is that I want a unit that is of basically no value, or very low value, to draw a small amount of attention away from our cavalry so that we can isolate a couple of units and kill them.
This will be an honorable battle.
So with this one here, if I leave it under my control, it won't come onto the battlefield because I can only use 20 entities at a time, or 20 units at a time. The reason why they'll be able to bring in both is because they actually put their army under AI control. It's just that both of their armies are essentially under AI control. So you have to separately kill each general. So if I kill Belaine of Ibelin, it causes the morale for this army here to drop down to basically nothing. But it's not going to affect this army here. This one here is filled with Templar units, almost entirely. In fact, that could be good for us to be able to determine, apart from these two here, which army is which. So the Templar ones are all part of this one. Okay, cool. So sometimes if you go and check what's going on with these guys here, it resets this. So I just want to double check, make sure it's actually going to do that.
Inshallah, we shall all find a way to an honorable.
Glitchy sound, but I don't know. Does that? Okay, fairly flat terrain. That's good. All right, let's reorganize this because this is a bit of a mess. Okay, yeah, a couple of them on skirmish mode. Nice. Separate the light cav from the heavy cav. Cool. Just to keep things a little bit more organized. I don't really like using control groups in Medieval 2. I find it janky. But just keep it organized in the toolbar. Okay. So our reinforcements will come in from over here. So I should try to lure the enemy forces in the opposite direction to begin with. I reckon they'll go after our melee cav. Actually, no. Lure them in this direction because it's away from their reinforcements. And then as for these ones here, keep them off fire at will to begin with. I need to snipe Belaine of Ibelin. Absolutely critical. Now, they don't have any horse archers, but what they... Yuck. What they do have is... they got some basic archers, which in a skirmish situation 1-on-1, they beat horse archers. Not in melee though, but obviously if you charge in melee, all the other units will get us, and plus they've got 10-star general. So what I want to do here is get all the desert cavalry over to here and just fire in on this dude here. If I can manage that, we might just kill him. So just keep the horse archers out of it for now. We'll use them later. And as for this one, live in defensive mode. Just try to get to this corner over here as much as possible. We want to get their forces to separate. back for now. So their reinforcements are coming in, but they're not waiting for them. That's good for me. So the AI has a tendency of not really paying too much attention to the skirmishers at their rear. That's it. I don't want to waste ammunition shooting at mounted sergeants. Go for the general. Thing is, short range, so I gotta constantly move in closer. But you know, it's ripping them to shreds. That's what we want to see. Although all I really need to do is kill one specific one, this guy here. That's why I try to keep some units on this flank here to try to... They just aim for the whole unit, but they're more likely to hit him from that angle. Yeah, see, they're going after the Ghazis, because they know he can't get away from their cavalry.
Our men have slain the infidel general.
Excellent. Okay,
Now
we're not done yet.
head has been cut off. The tail is sure to wither.
We gotta go kill the other general. Because eventually these two armies are gonna mix in amongst each other, and they're gonna be pretty tough. So we want to make sure that basically both armies' morale hits rock bottom, and then wear them out as much as possible while our cavalry here remain, you know, kind of fresh. Don't use them to begin with. Because... ah, shit. I'm sure maybe I get around them. Just fire at will. That's it. Ghazis are doing exactly what I wanted them to do there. Remember, I gotta click this to select them. The general over here. Because yeah, we drop down their morale by killing the general. That's made a huge difference on this one. Because all their command stars now gone. Sorry, Orlando Bloom. And then if they're tired, it'll reduce their morale further. That way, when we charge in on them, we should just cause a mass rout and hopefully take very few casualties. If I pull this off correctly, which, we'll see. I also have no idea what battle difficulty it's on. Not that it makes a huge difference in Medieval 2. There's not... I'd say that the cheats are insignificant, basically. So then mixed in amongst like this, a bit harder to get him. So that's our guy right there. But yeah, since they don't have any skirmish cav, they just don't participate in this phase of the battle here. Like this. But their spearmen at the back makes it hard for the desert cavalry to shoot. Again, this is why I like the horse archers, because that extra range makes it a lot easier to use here. Right, just don't worry about the general for these ones. Go for the Templar Knights over here. And you can see the bounce power is still fucking awful. Oh, shit. Keep forgetting. So yeah, this has bought us some pretty good time. Because yeah, the way the AI operates is that they always sort of march towards your infantry. So bringing a full cavalry army, well, they would have just skipped that phase and just go and balls to the wall straight for our cavalry, which probably handle it, maybe, but it's a lot more difficult when they're fresh and we haven't killed their general. By adding in as one unit of infantry, they've added in the phase of marching towards us and focusing on our infantry first rather than our cavalry. So the AI's got priorities that it goes after. I just added that priority in there for them. Bought me time. Haven't quite killed this general yet, but he's nearly gone. Now they're starting to take us a bit more seriously. Now they're actually firing back, but so close to getting him. If we take a few casualties, so be it. Come on.
Our men have
Good.
slain the infidel
Good,
general.
good, 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 good.
Now the serpent's head has
Alright,
been
now you
cut
can
off.
fire at will,
The tail is
because
sure
I've
to
killed
wither.
all the units I need to do. I can't tell them to withdraw from the battlefield, but if they rout, then they'll get captured and we'll get them back that way. Okay, while Belane's army is over there, since it's the bigger of the two armies, I'm going to go after this fuck-off Templar army while that one's busy. Bring them in, see if I can kill this really quickly so they don't get organized. I'll just keep harassing them in the meantime. Yep, both of them dead. That's great.
Our worthless allies have fled like whipped dogs.
They weren't worthless, they did exactly what I wanted them to
Are
do.
not fit to be called men.
See, look at that, they're already wavering. Yeah, general sniping in Medieval 2 is so fucking powerful. So when dealing with an enemy like this, you can't realistically expect to get a great result if you don't general snipe, especially when they got 10-star generals. Just one. Okay, while they're trying to get rid of our stupid shit Ghazi. The walls are closing in on these motherfuckers here. Right, in we go. Pin them down, here we go. Even send in the missile cap, it's fine. Because... oh, I pressed Alt-S. It's fine because if they break, their combat stats aren't going to matter. Good, the rout is beginning. Oh, taking some damage for these ones. Bounce power's improving. There, look at that. Look at that.
We must pray they lose their will to fight.
So yeah, when using missile cav, I gotta hold down Alt in order to get them to actually go into melee. Actually, these ones here have already used up all their ammo. So there would be automatically using that up. Okay, hang on. Took these off fire at will because it's getting a bit friendly fire. Okay, the secondary army, the reinforcing army, has been completely defeated. So every unit has routed. And I think we have run down enough of them that they should be... 85% of them should be killed or captured now. So 20% to 46%. Alright, we've still got some ammo left on the Desert Cav. Let's see about getting them around the rear and softening up the Knights of Jerusalem just a little bit. Sometimes you'll have units like lag behind like this, if you give a click drag order, and if that happens, if you give a double click order instead, it usually kicks them back into gear. It's kind of weird. Alright, now you can fire it again. I just realized I've got a timer. Good. Take out the units that still might not rout instantly when we charge in. You know, as much as we possibly can. Good. Well, I don't know what they were expecting with these Sodier archers, charging them in like this, but that's fine. Let's just let them keep coming in this way. Still got some ammo left. Don't want to end the battle with any ammo. Plus, the more that they run towards us, the more tired they get, the easier it's going to be to break them. Which, even though we're getting tired as well, I don't have to worry about that so much because our general's still alive. So I would much rather... like, if I could drop their morale down by 2 points, but it cost me to drop my morale down by 3 points, that's fine at this stage. Because they're closer to 0 than I am. There we go. Going in. Okay, they've got them going to charge after us, it seems. Possibly. Actually, let's keep the horse archers out of it. And yeah, he's what would have been an unbreakable army are now exhausted and shit scared.
For the moment, the fickle smile of fortune shines upon us. Pray, this is a portent of a victory.
They're sending some
Only
guys over
half the
here.
enemy force remains.
So they got some
Must
Templar
pray they lose
sergeants.
their will
Doesn't
to
matter if they're anti-cavalry, if they're broken. Let them get away. Well, I think I've fucking tore them to pieces here. Just gotta know what you're doing, I guess. I can understand why he had a difficulty with this battle for sure. I play these Islamic factions quite a lot.
You have left our enemy lost. They run like children.
They're not
Scour them
easy to
from the
play,
field.
but if you know what you're doing, you can get fantastic results out of them. Because yeah, we're 4 times outpowered here, and I only lost a quarter of my men, and a huge portion of those casualties were fucking Ghazis, which we'll get a lot of them back anyway. Now, I'm not sure if we actually killed 85% of the first army, because they just ran away so damn quickly. And also a lot of the cav got away. Which is usually what happens, but you want to try to get their infantry. Because yeah, if we don't want to fight them again, we need to execute them. Or get so many of them captured that you ask for a ransom that you know that they won't be able to accept. So yeah, in terms of total casualties, the Ghazis suffered half of them essentially. So it ended up being 19% to their 92%. Okay, so that's definitely wiped out. This one here, I think it's wiped out. But yeah, that went off without a hitch. Ooh, it's a lot of money. Thing is, in the Crusades campaign, the factions usually have fuckloads of money, so they might actually be able to afford this. I know that this general here has got some chivalry, so I don't know what this player wants me to do, but I know what I want to do.
A wise choice, my lord. We'll pay.
You will pay with your lives. I love doing that. That's fun. I always execute. Everyone that watches me do this, you just know what the outcome is. Always execute them. Because like if you pay the 12,000, I mean we captured. Sorry, they pay the 12,000. We captured so many of them. They go back to Acre or maybe to Arsuf, and then we have to go fight them again, which costs our men their lives. Which for 12,000 we could probably get a whole new army, but still, I don't know. Let me have a look to see if they would have actually been able to afford that. No, they wouldn't have been able to afford the ransom anyway, so it wouldn't have made any difference. They've only got about 6 grand sitting in reserve, so it would have been executed one way or another. There's no fucking way in hell I was going to just release them. Hell no. That's the worst of the 3 options. Anyway, that's the end of this one here. I think that situation has solved itself. So he's, oh my god, this is on turn 5. I had no idea this is early in the campaign. I mean, I could have just checked when I looked at it, but I just assumed it was a little bit later than that. But anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.